Hi, I'm Craig. Film enjoy living in England, and my New Year's resolution this year is to appear on at least 20% of our episodes, the episodes of this podcast. At least 20%, maybe even 25. Let's see how I do.
Ooh, good luck.
Yeah, I'm wishing big.
I'm Tyler Hosley, and she said it's cold outside, so she handed me my raincoat. She always worried about things like that.
I'm Kevin Matthews, Scottish film fan living in England, and this year I suspect I will be in pain for about 20% of the podcasts that we record. about 20%.
I'm Dave Gray, and this week I learned Kevin can't do math because Tyler's here every week.
I was about to say, come on.
Yay!
How am I the chief pain bringer?
That's true.
I know, right? Come the fuck on.
I know Tyler's quirks, so I kind of know what I'm going to get. With you, one week it's like, here's this classic samurai movie. The next week it's, a documentary on this kid that loved frisbees. And that's it. I can't stand the frisbee kid.
I do love how much Craig wild cards. I fucking adore it. I love you. Thank you so much for constantly coming back. This week,
mix it up.
Yeah. I watched the 2018 live action version of My Little Monster, the Japanese rom-com, and it's very cute. The lead is Tao Tsuchiya, who I just butchered her name and I am so sorry, but she's been in an absolute shit ton of stuff. She's used Sagi in Alice in Borderlands. She's in Orange. She was in like a bunch of stuff recently. She's always excellent and absolutely gorgeous. With that, she's plays opposite Masaki Suda. Masaki Suda is also in like a shit ton of stuff recently. He was in the voice in The Boy and the Heron, and he's in We Made a Beautiful Bouquet, which is really good if you haven't seen it. I think he's a common writer also, so he'll work forever because once you're a common writer, they just keep bringing you back. Like being an Ultraman, you never stop common writing. But it's cute and it is worth check out if you have a region-free player because it did not get a release in the States because we live like an outlaw here, so I watched it on a region-free player on a Chinese disc of a Japanese movie, which wheels within wheels, baby. I saw the 1984 American spy adventure film Cloak and Dagger, which is an old favorite of mine. I loved it as a kid, but I hadn't seen it in decades. And you know what? It's a blast. It's like child's first Hitchcock, and it is well worth checking out. That one's got Henry Thomas and Dabney Coleman, and while I might not have gotten along with him in his political views, I do still love Dabney Coleman when he pops up in movies, and he's a lot of fun in this one, playing the dual role of Hal Osborne, father of lead character Davy, and Jack Flack, Davy's imaginary spy friend. It's a good one. It is a solid intro to Hitchcock style thriller, and it is worth checking out. I picked up the new 4K from I just totally forgot who did the 4K, and I can't see it from where I'm sitting. So, but it's really
Umbrella or someone, was it?
Is it Umbrella? It might be.
I don't know.
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Vinegar Syndrome, your side of the pond.
Is it Vinegar Syndrome over here? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might be because I got a shit ton of VS stuff lately. But I'm always buying and I don't pay any attention. But yeah, no, it's a really good set. It is totally worth picking up if you want, Hitchcock for kids. I didn't know that. I forgot that had been written by Tom Holland. So, yeah, it's written by Tom Holland and directed by Richard Franklin. And you know what they did the year before Cloak and Dagger?
Fright Night?
Psycho 2.
Oh, too
Yeah.
early for Fright Night.
It was too early for Fright. Only a little. Fright Night was the next year. That was 85. But that's Tom Holland and Tom Holland without Franklin. And to cap it off, I saw the 2025 historical drama Hamnet, directed by Chloe Zhao and based on the book by Maggie O'Farrell. I read the novel. I liked the novel. I liked the movie. I will admit something. I fucking hate William Shakespeare as a human being and as a playwright. I don't care for his works and his turn of phrase. He's history's best known plagiarist as far as I'm concerned. But I like Hamnet. I like the book. I like the movie. The cast is really good. I think they lean a little bit too into giving Big Willie style his due in the film. In the book, he's like a secondary. You might even say he's like a tertiary, a third string character at best. He's given a lot more and a lot nicer of an edit in the film, but it's about Agnes Shakespeare or his wife Anne Hathaway and their kids. Especially young Hamnet, who would die at 11 for reasons nobody knows. But it's interesting. It's decent. It's worth checking out if you have any slight interest in it. It's a good one. Jessie Buckley is Agnes, and she's always fucking awesome, right? I mean,
definitely.
that just goes without saying. And Paul Mescal is William Shakespeare, and he's good too. I mean, it's probably the best film about Shakespeare I can think of off the top of my head. But I might be forgetting something, like a smaller film, because it's better than all the big ones that are out there so far. It's worth checking out. And that was me. Pretty short week.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I went arty as fuck. Eat that classy shit, boy.
Not that I'm bothered about. We've got Tyler who's like, oh, I don't really like Christopher Nolan. Some podcasts have folk being like, yeah, I don't really like Tarantino that much, even though he gets the love. You come along, I don't really like Shakespeare's turn of phrase now and again.
Shakespeare.
I mean, fucking hell, man. Didn't he invent half the English language?
No, he just wrote a lot because he was the whore to a fucking shitty monarch who should have been put against the wall. But what the fuck ever, y'all keep your fucking monarchs going for some reason. Don't ask me. But it's a whole thing.
Can we not get super conspiratorial and say that there was no Shakespeare and lots of different people wrote his works and they were collected under the same name?
I could buy that. Just his output is insane, and that's why Shakespeare's. And I get it. Like I get it. Like 200 years ago, when the printing press became a thing, they were like, we need somebody to print a lot of, and Shakespeare had like 80 more plays than anybody else. So they were like, Shakespeare's the master of the English language, but it's 200 years of bullshit. So that's just my view. Right. And my problem with Hamnet is that they're like, oh, Shakespeare thought. Hey, Shakespeare didn't fucking think that up. The story's hundreds of years older than Shakespeare. He didn't even name him Hamlet. It's a coincidence that he and his son and the character had the same name, and that might have been what inspired him to write it. But, Willie wasn't around. He was off fucking people in London, so I'm not sure how great of a papa he was. But that's just me.
You've really insulted Tyler. Tyler loves Shakespeare as long as there are Berettas or basketball or...
I do love Shakespeare.
Yeah, I know he does. I'm good with that. He's good with my thing. We've had it out.
Always.
I watched some stuff when I wasn't busy being a grown man.
You haven't watched anything. You've just been playing. You've been playing that game.
I watched this great film called Astrobot, which was awesome. I watched Returnal, which is good. There's this great film called God of War that everybody saw before me, and I played it. No, I watched a few. I made it count. Damn it! Well, I tried to make it count in a couple of ways. It's really important, I think, to get like the first film right and the end film right when it comes to the year. I like to cap these things well. Unfortunately, I caved in at the end of the year. and said to Vicky, I've found a soppy one for you. Let's watch this. So we watched Regretting You, and it's, well, it's another one based on, is it Colleen Hoover? Who writes a lot. She's, to me, she feels kind of like a female Nicholas Sparks with
It
the
is
way
Colleen
things are
Hoover,
done.
and you're being way too kind in how you judge Colleen Hoover's works.
Right, okay. But at least that gives people an idea of this. Anyway, this was like weird and not great, but it kind of ended up being better than I expected, mainly because of the cast. McKenna Grace is okay. I think she's trying to transition into some, slightly older teen roles, and she's trying. She's doing okay, but didn't feel like quite the right fit for this. But then there's Mason. Now I was going to call him Mason Thames, and I saw a clip of him on the Late Show, and Stephen Colbert referred to him as Mason, I think, Thames. But it's weird. His surname is spelt Thames. Like Craig, you or I would call him Thames. Like you don't
Okay.
go down to London to see the Thames River. But it's his name, so I'll let him have it out once. Anyway, he's really good. I like him a lot, and he was in that teen comedy that I can't remember if Tyler recommended it to me or I recommended it to Tyler, but I think we've both seen it. Do you remember the name of that one, T?
Is that the Netflix one?
Yes, with
Oh shit, got the name
Dee
of it.
Dee as the mum.
Yes, I really like that one too, and I forgot the name of
Yeah.
it.
He was in the Black Phone. I think he's in the Black Phone too. I mean, I really like him. Mainly because I really liked him in that comedy, and I've just not seen anything from him since that's put me off. So it's good that he's in this, playing the kind of he may be a bad boy, or maybe it's just a reputation others have given him. But you've also got Dave Franco in here, which I know, take or leave him. Alison Williams is in here. Scott Eastwood and Willa Fitzgerald are in supporting roles. Like, I'm not saying Scott Eastwood being in a film is a selling point, but it does help to add to the recognisable names in the cast. And then you've got a supporting role for Clancy Brown. So it's like, okay, I'm happy enough seeing some of these people pop up. It wasn't bad. It was better than I expected it to be. It wasn't the film I wanted to end the year with, but I just thought, let's have a nice chilled, nice evening watching something soppy and a bit of fun, and it fit the bill for that. For watch the fireworks for New Year. On a different note, though, something that we both agreed we would watch immediately was Wicked for Good. I liked Wicked. I've seen the live show, which I enjoyed. I didn't remember any of the songs really when I came away from it, but I really enjoyed it. I read the book years ago. I think Wicked, I think it looks generally good, and I know Dave disagrees with me, but I think a few of the musical numbers were staged really well, and I liked it. So Wicked for Good has the sort of double problem of, everything's peaked in the first half. I think generally everyone agrees that Defying Gravity is the best song and kind of the high point of the story. So you've got that. You've also got the fact that this will tie in more to what you know from The Wizard of Oz, because you know where it's going to. But I think this generally did a pretty good job with that. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are both really good again. And yeah, I'd like to see more roles for Grande that are sort of making use of her full range. Like she was great with the comedy in the first film. There's less of the comedy here, but she's still pretty wonderful. And Erivo just really goes all in to be the Wicked Witch of the West. Jeff Goldblum's a lot of fun. And you've got Michelle Yeoh again as Madame Morrible, I think it was. And just watching this, I was like, you know what? In the past few years, Michelle Yeoh has really, been allowed to cash in some checks that she's been overdue for decades. And it it made me warm and fuzzy and happy for Michelle Yeoh. Anyway, it's a decent film. It was never going to be as good as the first. I think they get around the Wizard of Oz aspect quite well, and that you see the characters from reinterpreted in certain ways, and it kind of blocks things and moves around a Dorothy when there's a Dorothy, so you're not seeing someone thinking, well, that's not Judy Garland, because it's a Dorothy kind of, at the side, as it were. So yeah, I recommend it. Everybody that wanted to see it has already seen it. But I started the year strong. I finally got around to watching A Matter of Life and Death. Have
Ooh,
you all seen this?
I have not. It's been on my list for a long while.
Yes.
It's I mean, it's great. I'm just, I'm putting a teaspoon of water into the ocean of praise for this. And although, like, it's a minor quibble, but David Niven at one point goes on about how he's 27. I'm like, David Niven already looks like he's had 2 marriages fail him and is on his 4th mortgage at that point in life. And he's a lovely, handsome man, but he does not pass for 27.
He was
Have you not
was
seen Luke Littler?
36. I think it was like 36 when it was made.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair.
Yeah, but and people back then generally did look a bit older than they do nowadays. But
That's not true. I just saw the season Stranger Things finale, and people look old there too.
it's just delightful. I can see people being put off by the very Britishness of it all, with the stiff upper lip and the attitude they have. Like, there is a moment where someone passes a message along to someone, and that message is literally "What how?" That's it. I'm not making that up at all. Give him a message for me. What would your message be? What how? And he gives that message, and David Niven's like, "Ah, yes, that sounds like Topper, right, or whatever his name is." But it's gorgeous. It's wonderful. For some reason, I expect it to be black and white in the earthly scenes and color in the other scenes, and it does it the other way around. And actually, that works better. So it's a good job. They never had me trying to help their art design. It's just, it's like great choices were made all around. The performances were wonderful, and it is, it's a delight. When you have an afternoon and you want to watch a classic, if you've not watched it yet, pick it. And then last but not least, one that I recommended to Tyler is A Desert. It's a kind of neo-noir horror, and it's the directorial feature debut from Joshua Erkman. He co-wrote it with Bossy Baker. I like this. I'd like to see more from Erkman, possibly with these characters. What happens is a photographer is out in kind of the middle of nowhere and ends up at a motel, ends up getting, met by this couple. The guy's going about his sister, but then you don't know if they're brother and sister. Things are looking to go slightly awry, and he goes missing. So then you go to the guy's wife, and she has a private investigator to retrace his steps and find him and see what's going on. So that's basically it. It's kind of it's almost a detective tale, but it's got little moments that are, I don't want to overpraise it, but it's little points that felt a bit Lynchian, and there was definitely a hint of some Rob Zombie aesthetic there that I know Tyler will like. It was like it was really good. Not all of the performances are on a par with one another, so that works against it. It is a little bit meandering in a couple of scenes. I think it runs for about like just over 100 minutes or so. So it could have been pared down slightly there. But I think what Erkman does really well is take what could be standard thriller or neo-noir moments and then ramp up little individual aspects that make it feel as if it's stepping into the horror genre. Even though I wouldn't recommend this to horror fans who are after a standard horror movie. It's on Shudder, and I always worry when these films appear there and they'll just be bombarded by reviews of folk who either say good but not horror or a lot of shit and it wasn't horror. It's more in the neo-noir thriller territory, but Erkman definitely has his eye on the horror, whether it's using the sound design or just like really ramping up moments of discomfort. So yeah, I liked it. It was a Kevin 7, but it definitely bodes well for wherever Erkman might go next. And that was me.
So I'm trying to watch like the remainder of the 2025 stuff I haven't seen yet. So I went to the theater and I saw Marty Supreme, and that was great. It's like pure, just riveting chaos from frame one. I mean, it really is the uncut gems of table tennis. Like, obviously, fucking Josh Safdie is the absolute chaos of the brothers. I haven't seen The Smashing Machine, but I've heard that it's pretty somber. And this movie is anything but fucking somber. This movie is an anxiety attack for fucking 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's great. Um, Josh Safdie is just I love the Safdie brothers anyway, but Timmy the Twink Chalamet was fucking awesome in it. Really good. Gwyneth Paltrow was excellent. The dude from fucking Shark Tank is in this movie, and he's really fucking good. What's his name? Kevin O'Leary. He's fantastic, and he plays a piece of shit, but he's fucking good in it. Um, fucking Abel Ferreira's in this movie. He has a pretty big role, which surprised the hell out of me. I love Abel Ferreira, but yeah, this movie's great. It's exactly what you would think a Safdie brothers movie about table tennis would be, even though it's one Safdie. But yeah, check it out if you like their stuff. It's really, really good.
The Shark Tank guy is in it.
Kevin O'Leary, he's got a huge role in it.
Wow, then that's off my list. Then he's a piece of shit.
He
well.
played well. Everybody's a piece of shit in this movie. There isn't a
Yeah,
character
which
that
like
isn't.
I was hyped. I didn't know he was in it. Because I avoid teasers and stuff. But no, he's like a dangerous piece of shit. So
Oh, is it? Well, yeah. I mean, he is in it. He's fucking he plays piece of shit. So it's
yeah,
just. But
I'm done with normalizing people like him.
you know who else is really good in it? I forgot to mention. I got to mention him. Tyler, the Creator, is in that, and he's really good. Yeah, it's filled with great performances. It's a movie about unlikable people, and it's just chaos, and I loved it. Um, And I followed that up with I finally watched One Battle After Another, the new PTA movie. Thought that was excellent. DiCaprio was great. Sean Penn is great. I actually loved Sean Penn's villain performance in this. Like, it's just he kind of plays it over the top, but then he kind of doesn't. There's a scene that involves the paternity test that just was like riveting. It was so good. But yeah, it's really fucking good. Pacing is perfect. Probably the quickest 2 hours and 40-minute movie I've seen in a good minute. It's really good.
I fucking
And
hate Sean Penn, but like 1 in 10 of his performances is really good. He just every now and then he nails it. I'm just not looking forward to having to be like, yeah, okay, Sean Penn was good in this one. I don't want to praise him because he's a piece of shit and a bad actor. I'm sorry, he is a bad actor. I think most of the time, 90% of the time. But I know I'm going to be saying, yeah, he's okay. It's fine. He's good in this one.
yeah,
God damn it.
you will like his performance in this movie, Craig. I guarantee it. He's actually really, really good in this. Like, just really, really good. And yeah, the whole cast was fucking good. Just everybody was good in One Battle After Another. And if you like I said, if you like Paul Thomas Anderson, I cannot see you not liking this movie. It's good stuff. But yeah, that's me.
Yeah, Craig, I am also not a fan of Penn. And
Yeah.
I thought it was great in One Battle After. Like, it might be, it's definitely some of his best stuff. It works.
Be fair,
Maybe
that bar is
partly
really
because
low.
we don't like him so much. So playing that kind of ass hat is
Yeah.
good to see.
He's got to have the right director, or otherwise, you've got to have a fucking leash on him, because otherwise you get his Mystic River performance, which somehow got an Oscar for just the one of the worst performances I've ever seen in film. God, I fucking hate Sean Penn.
Yeah, that's
He,
a reasonable thing.
he made The
My problem
Crossing
with
Guard, which I really liked with Jack Nicholson. I thought
that
that
had
was a really
Jack
good.
Nicholson giving his last hurrah, and it was based on a really good source. I mean,
Oh, The Pledge is an absolutely killer film. He's a
Yeah.
much better director than he is an actor. Pledge is fantastic.
Oh yeah, that is really good. I love The Pledge.
my problem with one battle after another and why I can't summon interest is I like 2 hours and 42 minutes of a P.T. Anderson film just sounds like it's just going to try my patience too much.
I mean, I agree with Tyler. I think it flew by, and it allows DiCaprio to give another great but different comedic performance, which I thought was just brilliant as well.
Oh, he was hilarious. The
Yeah.
password over the phone scene had me cracking up. It was just great.
But I've said for a long time, Sean Penn is just the drippy William Shakespeare of the acting world. So I'm with you, Dave. We're going to
I'm fine
get
with that
T-shirts printed saying "We bite our thumbs at Shakespeare."
that is just way too much work for me. So no, that's not happening. I mean, if
Make
folks
him
want
one,
it,
he'll post,
you can
post it to him, he'll wear it.
Yeah, I mean, if folks want it, you can email us at rageofthepodcast@gmail.com and I'll consider it, but there needs to be a request.
That's me, isn't it? Yeah, I got Now TV for the month because I had to get it because it had really good Christmas specials on and we wanted to watch them. So I'm gonna be digging into some TV more than movies for the next month because I don't want to have to rent it for another month because it's a shit service. So I watched the HBO series It's Welcome to Derry. I wasn't planning on watching it because I really disliked Muschietti the first part of his its duology, and I fucking loathed the second one. That was very nearly my least favorite film of that year. And then Rise of the Foot Soldier for Marbella came out, and I was like, okay, you got away with that one, it too. But that's only because someone just released the fourth Rise of the Foot Soldier film starring people from The Only Way is Essex. So you got lucky. But this was getting good word of mouth. So I thought, I'll dip my toes in. I'll see if I like it a little better than the movies, and I really did. It's good. I think maybe Muschietti being able to move away from the book helps, and it's I'd say it's like a straight 7 out of 10 for about 6 episodes. It's really, really solid stuff. But the last 2 episodes really they kind of slap. They are really, really strong, especially episode 7, which was a bit of a heartbreaker. There's still bad stuff, like just straight out of the movies, because Muschietti's still using like really ass CGI, and he keeps doing these big really drawn out set pieces that land maybe like 1 in 5 of them land, but beyond that, like the cast are really, really good, especially the kids. The kids are very charming. They're very easy to root for. Shout out to my short king, Rich Santos. We love you, buddy. The practical effects are really great. There's really killer production design, creature design, sound design. There's some very cool kind of expanded Pennywise lore that I wasn't expecting, which I found quite interesting. And I really dug Skarsgård's Pennywise because I really liked Skarsgård as an actor, but I did not like his take on the character in the 2 movies because they felt very self-conscious. Like you could constantly see the actor thinking, what's the next weird thing that I can do, but will be creepy. Like you're constantly caught him acting, and I didn't enjoy him, but he's much better here. He feels a lot more locked into something more naturally kind of alien and freaky, and he's very, very good. So yeah, I dug that, and like any good show that like really like backloads its episodes with all the best shit at the back end, it leaves you really pumped to see the next season. So I'm excited for season 2, which I'm sure there will be because it was a pretty sizable hit. And no one else has watched it yet, have they?
No, we've got it series linked on the box.
I would recommend it to Kevin, not to Dave, because I don't recommend Dave anything because I'm scared.
Reasonable.
Tyler, I don't know. Tyler, did you like the movies?
I did actually, which is surprising because everyone thought I would hate the first one, but I really liked the first one. I enjoyed the second one too, but mostly for that cast. I love the cast. But I watched the first episode of the show. I liked the first episode. That birthing scene in the car was kind of amazing. So, but yeah,
Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to watching because I did like that first episode.
I just
I reckon
think
you'll enjoy it.
it should be a one and done because going back more and more is just going to bite you in the ass. The
Yeah,
further you get from cultural touchstones.
Yeah, I get it. Well, we'll just have to see it. There's a reveal at the end of the first season which makes it a little more potentially interesting. But you'd have to watch the show to get that little extra little taste of Pennywise lore. Just now, Kevin said, you've really got to make sure, like, your first film that you log on Letterboxd and your last film you log on Letterboxd are something a bit special. And that made me realise what my first film was that I logged for this year, and it is the public domain exploitation film Screamboat. That's how I saw in the new year. Like I've avoided this whole slew of public domain character horror movies, but this one kind of grabbed me because, well, for a few reasons. Like, David Howard Thornton was playing Steamboat Willie, which is that's a sentence. David Howard Thornton playing Steamboat Willie, and that's intriguing. I've seen screen grabs of Thornton as Willie and was kind of creeped out by him. But mostly, my biggest reason for watching it was Stephanie suggested it because a YouTuber she likes kind of tentatively recommended it. So I said, if Stephanie's willing to watch some absolute junk, then I'm going to bite her hand off. So we threw that one on, and yeah, I kind of liked it. Like, there were a lot of 1-star letterbox reviews for this, and I don't get it. Like, this is a Steamboat Willie low budget horror film, and you've got to know what you're going in for. Like, and this was so much better than you would expect you're going in for. Like, the production values were good, the performances were solid. A couple of the performances were just good. Like, Thornton is legit, like, funny, creepy as a Steamboat Willie. And there's an actress, I think she was in one of the Terrifier films called Kaylee Hyman. She gives really strong, like, young Catherine Hahn vibes. Those are both really good performances. The deaths were plentiful. There is a lot of butchery in it, and there's some really gross practical effects to go along with it. I don't see why people were so, like, acting so aggrieved by it, because you could not reasonably expect more or anything different from a film called Screamboat. Like, there's a little stretch in the second half. Pardon?
I have a theory, but I'm going to let you finish first.
Okay. There's a little stretch in the second half where it gets a bit repetitive, and the kills for some reason get a little unimaginative. Just in this, like, 10-15 minute stretches. I don't know why. It really goes off the boil. Like, but it kind of pulls itself together in the third act, and it actually becomes a little quite smart in the third act. It has some quite funny digs at Disney adults, which deserve all the digs. So by the time it was teasing a sequel, I was kind of all in for said sequel. Like, it is not a good movie, but it is fun, and it's not a 1-star movie. I do not get the 1-star reviews. It should be so much worse than it is, but it's a good time. And we had a good enough time with it that Stephanie, the light of my life, my wonderful wife, she made a suggestion, and she reckons we should do a God help us, we should do a public domain horror special, seeing as they've become so popular in recent years.
No. No.
I mean,
No.
I've
No.
Craig will get
No.
the chance to program a special soon.
No.
So
It's true.
Yeah.
You'll have to sit at home trying to decide whether you're going to pick Bambi the Reckoning or Blood and Honey 2, and that will break you. That'll break you making that decision, let alone watching them.
I'm going to put this out here. The Blood and Honey movies are not the worst.
Part
No?
2 is awesome.
The second is meant to be an improvement on the first.
It was.
It
Well,
sounds,
the
like
problem
you
with the
got
first
lucky
one is
with Screamboat, because I
Well,
hated Mickey's Mousetrap.
Mickey the mouse. I believe it's just the Mousetrap.
Oh,
'cause
maybe.
I watched that for my. I chose the wrong one. I watched that for my Turkey Day. That was atrocious. But that
Yeah.
didn't understand it, and it sounds like Screamboat did. The problem with the first Blood and Honey is it just took itself too seriously. That they learned.
Okay, I'm not excited about the idea of the public domain special either. I just I thought I'd let you know that it's been mentioned by my
Yeah.
lovely wife. It's in the ether. It's out there. It's
Well,
possible.
tell Steph I've mentioned a special idea where we just insult every K-pop band for an hour. That's it. The line has been drawn.
That's okay.
No, don't tell her that. I'll be well in the bad books.
I mean, she really only likes like 3 K-pop bands. If she's lucky, she'll get away with it. You'll just slag off all the ones that she hates, and she's like, "Yes, they are shit. Well done, Kevin." And she'll win.
Yay!
I did watch some other stuff, but I didn't take notes on them, so I'll skip them. But I watched a lot of Japanese stuff because it was my stepson's birthday yesterday, his 23rd birthday. Happy birthday, James. You don't listen to this podcast, but happy birthday. And with it being James's birthday, everything we watched was from Japan. Everything. Because he's what's the term?
Weeb.
Weeb. He is weeby. God bless him. So am I a little bit, but not at his level. Whoa! We watched a movie called Haru, which is absolutely wonderful. But I'm gonna write a little bit more about that and tell you about it next week because it's too good to just me, give a little unprepared review of it. I'll have a little think about it. But Haru's very good, and that's me for the week.
This week, we watched the 1965 American noir directed by Stanley Kubrick, The Killing, and the 1988 war-based horror film directed by David A. Pryor, Night Wars. Hey, Kevin?
Yes.
Would you be so kind as to pick a film and tell us about it?
I mean, I could try. Yeah. So we watched Night Wars because
Woo!
Craig gave us Night Wars, and I had to rewind certain scenes in this a few times because I thought I blinked and missed stuff, but I didn't. It was just the nature of the beast. Anyway, Night Wars is written and directed by David A. Pryor, a name that rings a bell for me, and I can't remember what other films I may have seen from him.
Deadly Prey, baby.
Have we watched Deadly Prey for the podcast?
We haven't, but we will.
Right, okay. I think he's got loads of titles that have those familiar names, and then you just think, well, have I seen that, or have I seen something else? I own Sledgehammer, which was his first film, I think.
Yeah.
And I've not got around to watching it. Someone gifted me that in a big Christmas bundle once, Christmas Kringle selection, which is wonderful. I used to own, I think I used to own video. He did Good Cop, Bad Cop, right?
Yep, he did.
Which I obviously wanted to own for reasons other than just Pamela Anderson being more naked. But that's my experience of David A. Pryor. So here he addresses the thorny subject of PTSD from the war by looking at Vietnam veterans who are having nightmares that seem to be realistic and affecting their real life, and then they have to go further into their nightmares to finish a mission that will hopefully end their nightmares before people get killed in real life. That kind of sums it up, although if it's a bit muddled, so is the film. The main soldier boys, I'm going to call them, are Brian Edward O'Connor, which I didn't recognise from anything else, and Cameron Smith. I didn't recognise him from anything else. I thought I recognised, is it Chet Hood who plays Johnny? I thought I recognised him, but maybe it was just a slight manic tinge to his performance. And a small role for Dan Haggerty, because I mean he was just at that period in life. He was like, I'm going to do stuff like this in Elves. Fuck everyone. Yeah, this is look, it's a mess. It's not good. Kind of trying to be your slight Nightmare on Elm Street, slight low budget Vietnam War movie. Succeeds in neither really, but I kind of appreciated the I don't know what the right word is, maybe gumption of Pryor trying to do this. You know, it's one thing to go out there and think, I've got a low budget horror movie, I've got to make it. Oh, I can get Dan Haggerty because he's doing anything nowadays. I'll get some people and we'll get it done. It's another thing to think, actually, I've got to make half of it appear to be during the Vietnam War with a couple of soldiers out there on a mission. Now, the fact that that isn't successfully portrayed here isn't really the biggest minus of the film, because it's outweighed by the fact that they tried. And they do try to make it look better than just a few twigs in your nan's back garden, which has been the effect in some films. And, you know, I appreciated that he was trying something with very, very limited resources. So that kept me engaged with the movie, even though it was sort of in the middle section kind of has it plodding around. It thinks you've got to be more excited by this nightmare impinging on the real world idea, but that's not really that exciting. But you know, that's the hook of it. There are some fun scenes in the third act with gunfire that then comes out in a kind of indiscriminate spree. So I enjoyed that. But again, I had to rewind the scene. I was like, wait, what's going on here? And then I realised what the film was trying to get me to believe. So I just went with it. Yeah, it's not great, but I didn't hate it while I was on, because I'd watched 10 films like this ahead of one other £10 found footage horror movie that somebody made with a phone and 5 mates. At least this looks like people made some effort and they were trying to get by and play around for a while and get it done. That's me.
Do you want to go, Dave? Or you want me to go?
Yeah, I can go. You have seen Chet Hood and other things. I didn't realize they spelled Johnny in such a terrible way until looking at his IMDb.
Yeah. No.
I don't know who the fuck would expect it to be spelled that way, but whatever. But he was in Deadly Prey, Dead End City, which did we cover Dead End City? I think I threatened it. He's in Operation Warzone, Jungle Assault. He was in a few truly terrible late 80s films. Dan Haggerty was, of course, Dan Haggerty. But yeah, the others, I can't really think of anything I've seen them in either off the top of my head. Actually, I think one of them was in a Beverly Hills Cop. I just don't remember which one. Like I saw them and I went, oh, that guy looks kind of familiar, but like that'd be too much info for me to go back and actually think about it. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to say about this movie. Like I really don't. It is a movie I watched. I do have notes. But I don't it's not that I disliked Night Wars, it's just that I didn't like it either. Sometimes you watch a movie that's just kind of there, and that's what this is. It's all right. Like, if I was going to have a movie night and I was sitting up drinking with other people, I would watch it again. If we'd already watched every other movie in my bad movie tub like 4 times. I think the thing is, I think the idea is solid, but it doesn't want to commit to anything. So it's like a weird war version of Nightmare on Elm Street that doesn't stick any of the landing or concepts beyond just kind of throwing them out there. And then the ending, I absolutely hated. So it's not the worst thing we've watched. It's just it's there. Like, I didn't feel there was any like threat. I didn't feel any tension or drama. The action scenes weren't very I get it. It's a no budget film, and as I say, I give it props for the whole they got it done, but it doesn't really do anything. It's kind of there. I watched the movie and I wasn't in pain. That's like all I can say about it. I mean,
So
I
you
really
had one,
wish.
it could be worse, and one I wasn't in pain.
Yeah.
So, well, come on, Tyler.
Well, I mean, I also really liked the idea of this movie more than its a wonderful execution. It's just Rambo First Blood walks into a nightmare on PTSD Street. I mean, that's this fucking movie, which sounds actually really good, but this movie, it's just not. Unfortunately, I mean, that plot would sell me in a fucking second. Like, no joke. I was kind of excited to watch this after I read that plot, but high concept and no budget really could easily work with this story. I just don't think David A. Pryor is good enough to pull it off. I mean, I've only seen 2 of his other movies. I've seen Raw Justice with Pamela Anderson, which is also bad, but I really dug that movie. And I have seen Deadly Prey, and spoilers for when Craig picks it. That movie is fucking awful, and I bought a bootleg DVD of that at a convention like 12 years ago, and I'm still trying to return it. So it's still sitting here. But back to Night Wars. There is one scene in this movie that made me genuinely laugh so hard. The guys lying in bed together, firing their machine guns at the fucking ceiling, was some serious high comedy shit. I laughed so hard at that scene. I don't know why, it just made me laugh. The cast is terrible. I mean, overacted to the point that it's borderline kind of unbearable. But other than that, it's just kind of boring. I mean, it looks bad. It's cheap, so I can kind of forgive it for looking bad. That's fine. I'm not sure if it was the stream that I watched or what, but Jesus, it was like so fuzzy. Was anybody else watching? Like, was it really fuzzy, or was it just my stream that I watched? Because it was super fucking.
It was super fucking
Yeah.
fuzzy for me too.
I
Okay,
think they're all
thought it was.
VHS rips, so yeah, they look
I
digitized VHS, so it doesn't look
I
good.
forgot about the trivia. So when you're done, I wanna put that in.
Oh, I'm almost done. Yeah, I mean, this movie's a mess. It's like I'm just gonna echo what everyone else says. It's not the worst. I've seen way worse. It's not the best, and it's no raw justice, which is a shame. But yeah, I was not a fan.
Now,
Oh,
do you
never
want a
mind.
trivia now?
I was wrong about it. I misread what I was reading.
All right.
I thought I had something neat, but I didn't. I'm sorry.
Well, you ruined the episode, Dave. Thank you very much.
I did. I know.
Uh,
I mean, I might pick Raw Justice because it's got Stacy Keach and David Carradine.
oh, nice.
That movie is awesome.
I love Stacey Keach. Sexy man. Yeah, shocking twist, guys. I really enjoyed like the Narm-sploitation Freddy ripoff from the director of Dead Be Prey. It's just like it's you know me, it's who I am. Like T likes heroin addicted lesbians coming of age in an underwater cyberpunk strip club, and I like stupid shit with one idea and no money. None of this should shock you guys. You know what I'm like. But I reckon it could surprise you. Like, I enjoyed this. Plus, almost none of my enjoyment of Night Wars was like ironic in nature. The performances, yes, like because they were bad. Like in any other film, Cameron Smith he'd be the most bug-eyed, drool-flecked actor in the film. But Steve Horson as the villain McGregor, somehow he like comes in 1,000 times harder. It's incredible how hard he overacts his role. Like the performances in this are so completely over the top that the producers brought in Dan Haggerty to like add a little bit of like class and restraint. It's incredible. So yeah, I enjoy the performances ironically because they are terrible. But everything else, man, like you guys probably thought like I came to this by just going through David A. Pryor's IMDb until I found something that looked really stupid. But I actually discovered this via the Bad Movie Bible YouTube channel, which I've been watching a lot of recently. And it had that clip of the moment that T mentioned, where the two guys are just laying side by side in bed, wearing full combat gear, pumping round after round into the ceiling. And I was like, I have to see this movie, and my guys have to see this movie. This looks amazing, and I think that image encapsulates like the movie's appeal and its strengths to me because yeah, it's goofy, like it is really goofy, but every scene that's goofy then kind of gives way to me like making me think about stuff like thinking about that cliche. It's a based in fact cliche, but it's one you see in films. Like you got these people with PTSD from Nam are constantly like attacking their partners in their sleep because they're having crazy nightmares. So I just thought it was very smart and subversive, showing the inverse in this movie and having them fight the enemy. I just thought it was a really I think it's a really cool idea, like you guys said. Like I know it's 95% Wes Craven's idea, but I also think Pryor he's a smart enough guy to see that it's a tiny it's a tiny little leap from Freddy Krueger to like, you know, PTSD, and it just all the silly shit in this film had a bit of a dark edge for me, and even the final twist. I know Dave said he hated it, but like at first I hated it. I thought that's just a twist for the sake of having a twist. But then it got me thinking beyond like trauma to like, you know, the schism that the Vietnam War caused in America, which is still, you know, raging on now in different forms. And I saw that in the ending. And I'm not saying that Pryor did put that in there intentionally, but I think, like I say, I think he lets you do all the work. He nudges you in the direction of interesting ideas and themes relating, you know, to Vietnam and it's the things that it caused, the you know the PTSD, the trauma and beyond. I just everything had a dark edge for me that just came to it naturally. In filmmaking terms, it is cheap and cheerful, but I think there's good stuff here in you know in the production. Like I think I think it's well paced. I think the stunts are fun. Like if you like guys kind of front flipping away from explosions or toppling off of guard towers, this is a film for you because you get a lot of that. I think the violence is pretty solid. Like I think it has impact. Like the stuntmen really sell the bullet hits, and the squibs are like they're meaty and they give off that little puff of red mist that makes them look kind of authentic. I thought the violence had a little bit of punch. The score sucks a lot. The cinematography is bad. McGregor deserved a much more spectacular death because that character was just an appalling human being. But this thing, I'm very forgiving because this thing, is filmed on Wes Craven and Oliver Stone's combined pocket change. So I let a lot of stuff go, but also I had a great time with it. And like I said, I think Pryor knows that everything he does, as silly as it is, will come with a little bit of a dark edge from the reality of the Vietnam War. So it is true exploitation, and I dug it. I dug it. It's not good, but it's fun, and I'll definitely watch it again. I'm really hoping that Vinegar Syndrome get a hold of this one because I think it would. For me, it's one that deserves a little bit of an upgrade, a little bit of a Blu-ray upgrade. You don't need to go 4K Vinegar Syndrome. You really don't. Don't have to do that, but give me a Blu-ray, please.
You do. You're that guy. You're showing Stephanie the 4K box. Be like, I collect art.
Yeah, that's me.
Isn't this one of the? Wasn't this one of the ones that was pushed by Alamo, like Miami Connection and
Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, wasn't it? I could be wrong.
I couldn't find anything apart from like a DVD where it was packaged with another random film and it looked very cheap. So I'm not sure if they might have done lots of screenings, but I don't think they've released anything.
Yeah, because I know they've done screenings near me, so I assumed it was one of those, but that's just kind of their thing, also. So all right.
Yeah. Shall I carry on?
Oh no, I will. I will do it.
Okay.
I will do it. It does fall on me on
Talk about this loser Stanley Kubrick and his second
I know
movie.
how fucking will I do that? So the other movie we watched was The Killing, the 1956 American noir, and the third feature by some dude named Stanley Kubrick, who I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of him before. You guys?
Is Dan Haggerty in this?
No. Sterling
piece of
Hayden
shit.
and Colleen Gray are in it with Vince Edwards and Elijah Cook Jr., one of the best known character actors of that decade. Well, I guess like any early period American film until like the 1990s. Elijah Cook Jr. popped up everywhere. It's based on the novel Clean Break by Lionel White, and the screenplay was written by Kubrick and Jim Thompson. Jim Thompson wrote a lot of hard-boiled fiction of his own, including the Black Lizard series. I think that's probably the best known, and the Getaway and the Grifters. The Grifters is one of his books. We haven't covered the Grifters film adaptation. We should do that soon. That's a good one. Anyway, it's the story of Johnny Clay, spelled correctly, a career criminal recently out of prison who plans a heist at a racetrack with an estimated take of $2 million. An associate provides financial backing. He has two inside men, a corrupt officers in on the scheme. Tragically, one of the inside men is trapped in a loveless marriage with a materialistic wife who he loose lips sink ships, and she spills it all to her side piece Val, and things go from there. Like I said, this is the third Kubrick film, and apparently he viewed it as his first fully realized project, and it is really fucking good. Like I love a good heist, and this is a great heist. When they actually do the heist, it's well done. You see it from a bunch of different angles and different takes. The cast is fantastic. Sterling Hayden is fantastic. Elijah Cook Jr. is always good. Mary Windsor, who plays Sherry, the unfaithful wife of George, she's great. She gives a hell of a performance. She's just a lot of fun in it. Colleen Gray has a small part. She's I bring her up because she was in Nightmare Alley and Red River, two other staples of the period. Trying to think. Vince Edward is in it, and he's really good. Like the cast they all give great performances. But again, this is Sterling Hayden's show, and he carries it like wonderfully. The dude plays the quintessential thief mastermind. Like he is the alpha and the omega that everybody after has been cut from. It's fantastic. There's just not much. I just don't have much to say about it, except if you haven't seen it, you should go see it. Criterion released it. I watched my Criterion disc, and it looks fantastic. I will make some side notes. 2 million in 1956 goes to 24,188,209 today. So split 4 ways, each of them would have gotten 4.8 million, which is, that's not bad for an afternoon's work. I mean, at least that's how I see it.
And not everybody's getting their share.
No. Well, 2 of them were work for hire, and they're still paid really well. I mean, they're paid I think it's like 25 and 50 grand a piece. So still not bad for an afternoon's work.
No, not at all.
Kubrick and Thompson followed this up immediately with Paths of Glory, which, while The Killing might not be as talked about among Kubrick's work, Paths of Glory is. So I'm going to just leave that as a comment. It's a hell of a way to kick off what becomes his, as he described, mature films. It's a good one, and I hadn't had a chance to watch it in a while, so thanks, Tay.
Yeah, like picking alongside Tyler can be a strange proposition because, like, if you want any hope of a sweep, you want to sweep it. You got to just pick another Tyler film, which is like that's how he wins. I'm not going to do that. But on the other hand, like if you're happy with just a win and not the sweep, like you can watch Tyler like pick a film that he loves dearly, only for him to have to watch us crown the rare blue apes of Cannibal Island, and that's fun. And then once in a blue moon, he just says "fuck you" and goes, just pulls a cuckoo's nest, as I'm calling it these days, and he just picks an undeniable 5-star classic, which is what The Killing is. For me, this is undeniable brilliance. I fucking love it. This is my favorite Kubrick. Like, I know it's not his best, like, objectively. Like, 2001, Clockwork Orange, Doctor Strangelove, these films exist, and they are much, much more ambitious films. But this just aligns more with my personal taste. And I just love how tight and exact it is. It's a clockwork film, no pun intended. It's like clockwork, and it's just brilliant. Like, the cast is superb, top to bottom. I'll just pick a couple of standouts because I could talk about them all. Sterling Hayden is amazing, and for me, what's great about him is he plays these 2 facets of his character really perfectly, and I feel it must have been quite a hard thing to pull off because he is so slick and commanding on the surface. Like, he hasn't got a worry in the world. But underneath it, he's a born loser. And he knows it, and he is kind of waiting for it to all go sideways. He kind of he's trying to convince himself that it won't, but he knows it fucking will, and he plays those two facets of the character so well. Alicia Cook Jr. Fucking love that guy. Fucking love everything he does. He, like Dave said, he was the sad sack weasel actor of like the 50s, 60s. He was so good. Like I feel like there's always each generation has their own Alicia Cook Jr. I think after Alicia Cook Jr. there was William Sanderson. After William Sanderson there was maybe Steve Buscemi. After Steve Buscemi maybe Shea Wiggum. We've always got that, you know, the sad sack weasel, and Alicia Cook was possibly the best of them, although I do love William Sanderson a lot. Marie Windsor, so good. She's a fucking savage. Her comic delivery is just absolutely fucking brutal. Like you feel for Alicia Cook Jr. You just make better choices, but you feel for him and his having his nuts cut off every time he speaks with his wife. Timothy Carey is just creepy as hell. That's all I'm going to say about him. I would not. I wouldn't. After seeing him in this film, I would not want to meet the actor who played him because he is just thoroughly disturbing little man. And it's just everyone's great. It's got a great supporting cast. They don't even look like bulldogs chewing wasps in this film. They look like the wasp the bulldog was chewing. Just a whole lot of like messy, gnarled faces that are just wonderful to look at. The script is fantastic. Like Jim Thompson writes unpleasant people like few other people do. He's just a master at that. And every one of Marie Windsor's withering put downs is just straight up fucking evil. Like Jim Thompson knows how to write scum, basically, and he does it brilliantly here. It's technically amazing, like excellent, the blocking, the framing. Excellent blocking, excellent framing, incredible lighting. The way this thing is lit is just absolutely stunning. It's got a really intense score. Like, it's perfect. It really feeds into the tension building. It really feeds into, like, you know, the explosive moments of violence. It's so good. Like, it's technically, on a technical level, it's perfect. It's like razor fucking sharp. But what I love the most about The Killing is how the story plays out. And it's just how I see it personally, but like the first 2/3 are almost like comically serious, like almost like all just a shade away from parody. They're just very serious men making very serious plans, and everything is very serious. But Kubrick makes it clear that he has like less than no respect for these characters, like absolutely none. And he's constantly moving this very serious film towards the third act as a kind of dark cosmic joke, which I absolutely love. Like, he doesn't ruin these characters' lives because they're thieves. He doesn't ruin their lives because they're traitors. He ruins their lives because they killed a horse. I feel like that's Kubrick's line for this film, and I feel like he designed this third act to get Hayden's character like into a winning position ahead of the pack, finishing line in sight, only to have him fall at the last hurdle in a spectacular fashion that utterly breaks him. And it's fucking mean. Like, Sterling Hayden's character is a piece of shit, and still, god damn, Kubrick hates him and is so fucking mean to him. Like, the look on his face when he knows he's fucked, it's kind of glorious. I don't know if Kubrick was known as an animal rights person, but I always see this film as, this is what you get for shooting a horse. It's you know, that's just my take on it. But it's a perfect film. Like, absolutely no notes, apart from maybe one note, which is the note "Make Tyler Pay," which I've pinned to my mood board. But other than that, like, no notes about the film, because it's perfect. I fucking love The Killing, and I'm so glad I got to watch it again. So thank you, Tyler. Really
You're very
appreciate it, buddy.
Anytime.
Yeah, that's me.
As for Kubrick and animals, he loved his cats, but had iffier on-set relationships, let's put it that way, with real animals.
Well, I like this a lot. Maybe not quite as much as Dave or Craig, but yeah, I like this a lot. It feels it just Like, it's mid-50s. It is, in a lot of ways, very sort of traditional in form, but it also feels kind of fresh and almost like the template for a lot of more modern takes on this kind of material. It's just so well done, though. I think all the cast work really well. Hayden is very good in the lead. I can't remember who the shooter is. Is it Vince Edwards?
Who shoots the horse? No,
Yeah.
it's the guy who I said was intensely creepy. I cannot remember his name.
Oh, Carey,
Yeah,
Timothy Carey.
yeah. Timothy
I thought
Carey.
it was Vince Edwards. I was getting them confused from their photos online because I hadn't written down every name. His interaction with the parking attendant is great. Yeah, it's just really good. There's not a lot I can say about it other than adding to the praise for Marie Windsor, and yes, adding to any praise for Elijah Cook Jr., who, I mean, he is perhaps one of the ultimate that guy actors.
Yeah,
In that you recognize his face, and he so often gave absolutely phenomenal performances and supporting roles that he had. He's great, and this is a great role for him. Just love it. I've seen this one, I think, a couple of times now, and I always forget quite how it works out. Like it's I think it's in line with Kubrick's work in terms of the dark comedy of it as well. Um, I would say in the third act it's almost Coen Brothers esque in the way things go about. Whether or not they were influenced by this as well as the many other films that clearly influenced them, I don't know. I've never seen them mention this, but maybe they have in one of many interviews I haven't read. But it's just a great time. It's kind of it's lean, it's tense and entertaining in equal measure. It all feels plausible, even though it also feels a little bit like ridiculous and just hurriedly put together. Like I don't know, I think it's maybe because we've also seen so many films now where the planning takes all the time and they have to have this big team and everyone has to be at their point at this exact time and things have to run like clockwork. And essentially that is what you get here, but it's a very short time scale, and Hayden's character is always trying to plan for more potential eventualities and see how things will work out, but also has this optimism in his plan that maybe isn't fully warranted. Uh, but it's great. It's it's kind of another sickening example of Kubrick deciding to work in a genre that he would then deliver like an absolutely top movie in. He did it with this, he did it with horror, he did it with sci-fi, he did it with war, he did it, comedy with Doctor Strangelove, basically. Yeah, he could pretty much do them all, and this is a great one.
So I have my handful of filmmakers that I just love everything they do or did. Rob Zombie, Harmony Korine, Larry Clark, Gaspar Noé, Terrence Malick, and Stanley Kubrick. Those are like my personal goats when it comes to filmmaking. When I first saw The Shining as a kid, it was the first movie that like had me view cinema as like an art form and not just entertainment. It was that The Shining kind of just set the standards for me. Kubrick was a master and he just showed how talented he was. this early in his career. He was like, what, 28 when he shot this movie, which is fucking amazing. I fucking love The Killing. It's just so wonderfully directed and so beautifully orchestrated. For me, this is like one of, if not the quintessential heist film that inspired so many that came after it. I love the non-linear story structure. The narration was amazing. I love a movie that's set during a horse race. I wish more crime films were set during horse races. It's just you can find a lot of just gambling degenerates at horse races, and it's just perfect for a crime setting. But the cast is amazing. Sterling Hayden is fantastic. I mean, he's a piece of shit, yet he still fucking oozes cool, which is awesome. He's incredible in this movie, though. I can't praise that performance enough. But Colleen Gray, Vince Edwards, Jay Flippin, all of them are just so good in this movie. And I love the actual heist in the final act. That clown mask is absolutely iconic. That whole scene is so good and so tense. I love that gun range scene with the guy that's just casually holding a super cute puppy. It's amazing. The camera work is excellent. I love the scene after the big shootout when the camera just goes straight into handheld, panning over the bodies on the floor. That is such a great shot. But visually, this movie looks incredible. That gorgeous black and white with the shadows and all that cigarette smoke just filling up the room. It's wonderful. And that ending, man, that fucking ending is brilliant. It's just the perfect chef's kiss cap off involving a poodle saving the day. Yeah, it's just amazing. That ending is just wonderful. It's a bona fide fucking classic. I love this movie. And it just shows you how ahead of his time Kubrick actually was as a filmmaker. It's my personal favorite Stanley Kubrick movie is Eyes Wide Shut. I know, shocker. But The Killing is still in my top 100 favorite movies of all time. It's a masterpiece. And I will echo Dave, that Criterion is amazing. So yeah, if you don't have the Criterion of this movie, get it. It looks incredible. But yeah, fucking masterpiece.
All right, guys, it's time to pick one. I mean, I think it's pretty obviously The Killing, but you know.
Oh yeah, The Killing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Killing.
Sweet for tea.
Yay.
Yeah. He's gonna gloat so much about that later. Well, next week
I'm not picking a tea film. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
it's okay. Nobody's making you do it. It's fine. Next week, it's me and Kevin picking, and I'm going to go with the Japanuary theme that we used to do until you bastards betrayed me. And I'm going with the 2009 found footage horror film Occult.
Ooh. James really likes that, so
Yeah, I really wanted to do Koji Suji. Fuck, I fucked that up. Koji Shiraishi's newest one, but it's just about a place in the Kinki region, but it's just not outside of Japan yet.
Well, I forgot that it was you and I to pick. So just give me 1 second. And I think there's something on this that will do. And then, no, oh, damn it, it's not there. Is it there? Damn it. Right. So this is a pleasant surprise. Nice one, Dave. I need to go with a lengthy film, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. It's Amadeus.
My God, he's gone and done it, hasn't he?
You piece of shit! You knew I was waiting. I had that in the pocket. I was waiting. You fucking knew it. I told you this.
Well, I was looking about, and
Yeah, I see how it is.
And I've got my 4K there to be watched. No,
you know, this is the third time. I'm just saying this. This is the third time in a row I picked something interesting that folks should talk about. Nobody covers, and you come in and kneecap me with a fucking classic.
I've got a backup. I've got a backup that will annoy you in a different way.
No, it's fine. You go with what you're going with. I'm just saying.
Do you want the
Feels
backup
targeted.
choice? Or do you want
No.
Amadeus?
No.
The backup choice is
Let-
about half the runtime.
I'll leave that up to the guys then.
Hey, I'm good. I've never seen Amadeus. Heard
Yeah,
it's shit.
We're fine with Amadeus.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. I mean, we've got nothing else going on. It's January. I'll be snowed in by this time next week. So fuck yeah.
Okay. Amadeus.
Well, T, do you want to celebrate by giving them the business?
I would love to. I can also say that I can, throughout the Amadeus review, I can just say how much I prefer The People versus Larry Flint, but I'm not going to do that. But we're on Instagram, Raiders_of_the_podcast. We're on Facebook, where I sometimes remember to post stuff on Wednesdays or maybe 5 minutes ago. We have a YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, and comment and watch Kevin's awesome videos. We have a Discord, we have a Blue Sky, and you can always email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com.
Woo!
Nice. As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me, guys. You should definitely go see The Killing. And if you want something to kill time, you can watch, Night Wars. It's an option. I'll talk to you next week.
Yay. See you next week, guys.